Hey guys! Wow! Already 6 people there. I see that I got some messages, but I have to disappoint you. It's already gone, so I won't be able to read them. I am now outside, just in front of the grocery store, the one that I always go to. Jeez, have a light. I'm trying to be as pro as I can. Hopefully my microphone is working. The goal of today's live stream is to take you guys in one of the grocery stores that I'm going to pretty much often. It's quite loud around me, like there are cars going back and forth, but anyway, there are things that you probably don't know about those grocery stores in Japan. It's quite interesting. I think we really need to get onto it. That's why I'm making a that's why I'm making a live stream about it. All right, first thing first, let's get started with this part of the, oh my god, it is not good. Let's go, come. Oh my god, it doesn't work. Let's go on the other side. Is it better? No, it's not. Without the light, it's just horrible. I'm sorry guys, but basically here it says 24 hour. Some of you probably come from countries where stores are open 24/7, and some of them might be open 24/7. For me, it's still something amazing to have stores like that, because in Switzerland we just don't have stores like that. You can't find any store that's open 24/7. It's just impossible. Pretty much in Switzerland, it's sad. Hey guys, if you guys were thinking of going to Switzerland, just do not expect going to do any groceries late at night, because it's just impossible. Most of the time during weekdays you'll be able to do groceries from 9 a.m. up to 6 p.m. It's ridiculous, right? I do think it is ridiculous to say that, because in Japan there are so many stores where you can basically do groceries late at night, which is very convenient, and I do believe that it is a plus in a country. Oh wait, in Switzerland we do have some stores that are open on Thursdays late at night. No, it is open up to 9 p.m, something like that, so it's not even that late, right? All right, so was to talk about the time. All right, now time to talk about something some of you might have seen. I've mentioned it before in one of my live stream. By the way guys, didn't mention it. Today I'm going out finally. Oh Jesus, the light is so strong, it's horrible. I need to put it further away. Yes, today I'm getting out. I felt like live streaming behind my screen, at home with the aircon is just not good enough. I have to show you what it's like in the real Japan. So let's get started. I already started, but let's keep going. So here we've got, well, an ATM. Remember, in one of my last stream I was talking about it. It's disgusting. Why? Because this is my bank, okay? I'm living in Japan. My bank is called Fukuoka Bank. So these are the kanjis for Fukuoka Bank, and it's closed. The ATM is closed. You can see right here we've got some schedule on it. To me, and in Switzerland especially, an ATM is there to be open 24/7, right? Because we need to use it. Right? I mean, what's the point in having an ATM if it's closed at some point, like especially throughout the night? I want to be able to withdraw some cash, go to drink, go to have something to eat. In Japan it happens quite a lot, so well, that's something I have to deal with, and it's the way it is. I can't change it. I can't change the Japanese life, right? It's the way it is. All right, let's get in. I think that's the point of this video. I'm gonna have to remove the light. I hope I won't get kicked out of the of this shop, because that's probably, it might happen, it might, because I know that in Japan camera filming and stuff might not be the thing that everybody is for. I'm trying to make let's put it down. Jesus, I need to put my mask on. All right, because I need to get in a shop where lots of people are, and I need to put, yes, I have the t-shirt, and some people might think this is a little too much. Yeah, well, too bad, it is a little too much, and I'm dealing with it. All right, so I'm getting in. Like in most of the stores, you've got here a little bit of hand sanitizer. I'm gonna sanitize my hands real quick. I'm gonna try not to film too many people. Already I can feel people on me are a little bit stressed. It's not like in the Philippines or in Thailand where people are completely fine with being filmed. Here in Japan, it's called violation of privacy, and I just, by the way, realized that my mask is upside down. So I'll just fix it right now with one hand. Look how much of a pro I became with all these days. Okay, here I am. So first we are in a vegetable and fruit section. It is disgusting, and I have to explain why. Because in Switzerland, when you want to eat fruits, when you want to eat vegetables, it is something that is pretty much cheap, if I can say. Eating healthy in my country is kind of easy. In Japan, it's almost a luxury. It's unfortunate, but it is a luxury. If you're poor, it's going to be hard to afford, like I would say, cheap vegetables, cheap fruits. And here we go, hop, turn around. So we've got, for example, this little pack of grapes. I mean, 797 yen, which is literally $8. Okay, so for this little amount of grapes, we have to pay $8. I don't know if some of you would go for it. For me, for my family, it is something that we will afford just on special occasions. It is unfortunate. Here we've got some watermelon. So watermelon, again, a few pieces. Let's go over the price. 497 yen, $5. Yes, it is not cheap. Now let's go for a slice of watermelon. A slice, we're not talking about the entire watermelon. 597 yen, which will basically be $6. I don't know if some of you are down to spend $6 to afford for for watermelon, but to me, for us, it is definitely expensive. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over all of them. $4 for the fig. Is it the way we call that in English? Yes, I guess so. Oh, a nice one. $20 basically for that amount of grape. It is not, it repulses me when I come. I love fruits, right? I love vegetables, but in all honesty, facing that sort of prices, 15, 16 bucks now, we're facing $16 for fruits. It is definitely not what I'm expecting to spend when I want to buy fruit. $2.50 for an apple. $2.50 for an apple. It is way overpriced. I have to say it, but it is the way it is. So now let's turn around. Hop. I'm back. All right, so let's move around. So that was about the fruits. I could show you more. And actually, this section, as I said just at the start, it is about a shop down to my place. I'm really close to my place. I'm about let's say 10 minutes away walk to back to my place, okay? So, by the way, those of you who like what you're seeing so far, feel free to leave a like. I really appreciate it. Now let's keep going. So, we talk about the tomato, cherries, some basic vegetables. Today, paprika is quite okay. I would say 127 for one. It's $1.30. Pretty alright. Nothing to say about it. I would say it's okay. In my country, it's still quite expensive, but for Japan, it is cheap. Now let's keep going. We have all sorts of vegetables, of course. We can go with everything. Now something that's quite interesting. Well, the cabbage. Cabbage in Japanese. So this is Japanese cabbage. In any other countries, I think it's something that you will get for almost nothing, right? It's something that is basic, everybody eats. At the moment, maybe not the best time to film it, but it's $2.30, which is cheap, guys. It is cheap. On normal time, like 3 days ago, we had most of the places that were around $4. Okay, I sound like I'm complaining, right? And yes, I am. I am complaining about that. The reason is Japan is exposed to all sorts of natural disasters. And this is one of the main reasons why Japan, when it comes to fruits, vegetables, the population is quite big, it's quite high, okay? That's one thing. The second thing is also the fact that of all these natural disasters. So once something happens, it could be like a couple of weeks without rain, it could be too much rain, it could be the wind, it could be tsunami in the worst case, or an earthquake. In that sort of circumstances, what happens is, unfortunately, they lose the what would be the best way to say it? I don't know, help me, please. When they're growing their vegetables, their fruits and everything, in that sort of circumstances, unfortunately, everything dies and they have to increase the price because of a high demand. Everybody is asking for it. Everybody wants apple. Everybody wants, like I was saying, like apples. Sometimes even the potatoes can be very expensive. All right, that was about the vegetable section. I'm not gonna spend like more than 10 minutes. It's nearly 10 minutes and I think it's enough. I don't want to bore you guys. So now let's get to a very interesting section. So we've got here natto. I don't know if some of you know what natto is. Jesus, I don't see. Do you guys are messaging me or not? I don't see any message coming up. I don't know if it's happening, but anyway, if it is, hopefully, please write a message now because I would like to see if you guys are able to write some messages because I haven't been able to see anything so far, just at the start. Now, talking about this section, this whole section here is about natto. Natto in Japan, it's soybeans, fermented soybeans. You can find them in all sorts of ways. It literally looks like that. Maybe one day I might show you what it is in the end. It is disgusting for some people. Some people might not like it. Personally, it's something that I really like. I enjoy eating a lot. I'm eating basically natto, I would say every other day. It is awesome. For those of you who like training, anything like hard training, hard exercise, it is good because it's full of omega-3 and it helps a lot to rebuild your muscles after training. So it is highly recommended to go for natto and it's so cheap, guys. I mean, I don't know where you come from, I don't know, but in Switzerland it's 5 Swiss franc for one package like that, okay? We have 3 packs of natto, 1 pack for each breakfast or whatever, whenever you eat it. Here we talk about $1. So yes, it is Japan and it comes from Japan, so definitely if you come down to Japan, it is something that you're going to be able to afford at a low cost. Now we have all this area more with natto. Also the things, guys. By the way, I have to say something. Mogman, I don't know if he's watching, but Mogman and some other of my subscribers recommended me to go down in a grocery store and talk more about Japanese grocery stores, because apparently lots of you were kind of curious about how it's like, how everything, the price, everything. So this is exactly the reason why I'm coming down to this video. By the way, some of you, if you still like what you're doing, if you still enjoy watching, leave a like. I always enjoy, I keep repeating it, right? But hey, I'm pushed to do so. Anyway, let's get back to it. Now, very traditional thing in Japan, all right? So we're getting to it. Oh my God, guys. If you like it, you're going to dream right now. Sorry for those of you who are just home and just unable to enjoy eating those. Yes, we are talking about umeboshi. Umeboshi is a kind of prune that you can find in Japan, and it's quite I have to say it's sour, definitely sour, and has a high acidity, which sometimes makes you have this kind of face. But in the end, in the end, let's go back. In the end, it is proven to be very good and a very healthy way to eat. So Japanese people eat them on top of rice. They just add them on top of rice. Or of course, it depends. You can put them in tea. You can put them in so many different ways. A lot of tsukemono. Tsukemono, it's basically, this is, of course, we are now in a shop, right? In a little shop where that sort of thing is very, how do you say, in mass produce, if I can say. Normally that sort of thing you will find in Japan in a very traditional way. I remember my friend, she had like some sort of powder. She was making like a cucumber. She was putting some cucumber in some sort of powder, and that powder had some sort of, how do you say that, mycelium, to turn everything into mushroom, like fermented, if I can say, and then turn everything into tsukemono. In Japan, tsukemono are very important. You get them just before your lunch, just before your dinner. It's something that you eat between meals, and it's really good. Let's get now to the beautiful part. It is one of my favorite parts because I really love kimchi. Hey guys, I'm going to maybe reveal something to some of you. Some of you might know already. Kimchi. Kimchi is literally cabbage. So cabbage, let me think about what it is. Oh my God. Please, if you know what kimchi is made of. Oh my God, I just can't find the word. Please, it's not coming. Anyway, this is not Japanese, it is from Korea. It is definitely from Korea. So here we go. As you can see, it's decent. If you go for this one, $2-3, and definitely that would last you for, I would say, okay, probably a week or two. All right, let's go back to me. All right, so now time to walk around. I'm gonna leave the vegetable section. Tsukemono, pickles. By the way, tsukemono are basically pickles for Japanese in general. Now we have all the fish section. Not gonna spend too much time on it because in the fish section, if you're a foreigner, it's kind of tough. I have to admit, it's kind of tough. Why? Because you have the fresh fish. You have that kind of fish that you're like, it looks pretty good, but should I eat it fresh? Oh my God. Should I eat it raw, or should I just go for barbecue or something with it? And yes, it is quite confusing, and apparently there are a few kanjis that tells you whether it's for sashimi, so you can eat them raw or not. At the moment in this section, because of my amazing experience, I've been here for a while, I know that this entire section is more for cooking section. Now if I go down to this little spot, we've got that sort of packs that are quite, I mean, some people love them. Each of these little things are fishes. I just don't like it. Honestly, I don't want to talk too much about it. It's very bitter. It's nothing that I enjoy eating. So let's keep going. Now we can go towards mentaiko. Mentaiko is kind of the specialty in Fukuoka. In Fukuoka, you have a lot of mentaiko. Mentaiko, it's eggs of, oh my god, eggs of, I'm not able, I'm gonna have to write it down in the description below because I just don't know what kind of eggs. It's just fish eggs, and it's very tasty, and it's spicy. For those of you who like spicy, Japanese people in general don't really eat spicy, but that sort of eggs are a little bit spicy, a little bit. For those of you who like spicy, I would say it's a little bit spicy. All right, I'm gonna keep going. So here we are in the awesome area where I just never stop to, because I just think it's disgusting. I just don't really want to stay here. It is the seaweed section. So all of from here to here, it's all seaweeds, and don't ask me details. I just have no clue because I never get any of those. So if you're really interested about seaweeds and you come to Japan for seaweeds, then just learn by yourself. I'm not gonna teach you, and I'm not an expert, okay? I love Japan. I've been here for 3.5, 4 years now, so I'm gonna just give you what I know about Japan, okay? Shrimps, we don't need that. Some other salmon. This area, now we get to the area where it's pretty much the sashimi area. For those of you who like raw fish, well, in Japan, especially now, you can go for those. Like, look at that. It's $3. Okay, $3 for salmon. You might be disappointed, but in most of the shops around Japan, you will buy salmon that's not even from Japan, and that is, it depends. Sometimes it's from Norway, sometimes it's from, it really depends. So I'm sorry about that, but still, it's a big thing. Lots of Japanese are eating that kind of salmon. So if you're not a purist and you're not like, I'm going to Japan to eat anything and everything that comes just from Japan, then that will definitely suit you. All right, let's keep going. We have lots of different fishes. Iwashi, we have sardines here. So iwashi are sardines. I love sardines. In all honesty, it's yummy, but if you're a diver, watching them underwater is just crazy. Okay, let's keep going. Well, lots of different parts of fish. Of course, when you go to a grocery store like this, you will find all sorts of fish. Japanese people are into fish in general, so cooked, raw, any kind, you'll be able to find. Now, section very cool, okay? We go right here. Top, what is that? Nori. You guys might think nori. Nori, what is nori for? Some of you might be like, oh, nori is for sushi, right? So that's why we get nori. Well, not really, not really. In all honesty, nori are, well, kind of a thing that you eat when you have your rice, it's very pleasant because it's a bit crunchy. It adds some sort of salty taste to your food, and it's not really expensive. 80 layers, 80 slice if I can say. They're very small, but about $3. And now a section, that's the section. Okay, so if you are not Japanese and you're wondering the kind of things that Japanese people are looking for when they're going around or when they're away, okay, you must be, I don't know, in some point you probably travel. Some of you must be travelers, okay? When you're away, me as a Swiss citizen, the kind of thing that I miss is cheese. Yes, it's kind of typical, but I miss cheese. I really miss cheese. In Japan, all of my friends from Japan, because I was a diving instructor before, and I had some friends all over the world teaching scuba diving too, that's the kind of thing they're looking for. Yes, guys, we're talking about rice that you can just put in a microwave. It's basically like me saying, well, I have some bread that I can just take all over the world and put in my microwave for a real quick of nostalgia. Okay, Japanese rice, Japanese rice put in a microwave. This is just the thing. In Japan, all my Japanese friends were crazy about it. That's the kind of thing they miss the most. Now, okay, I'm gonna go slowly. Oh, ho, ho. Some of you might know exactly where I am, and we are in the lazy section. The section for lazy people like me, like you, like most of people. We end up sometime wanting to eat something really quick, something that's easy to grab, something that's easy to cook, and we are in the perfect section for that. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, let's turn that. Okay, so here we've got all the yakisoba. So one pack is worth one meal. Okay, so we've got $1.50 for one pack, which is pretty alright. It's usually the price for yakisoba. Some of you might not know, it's basically noodles that are kind of sweet and sour with a sweet and sour taste. Now if we go over this section, we've got the udon. Udon are kind of noodles in Japan that are a tiny bit thicker. And yes, okay, well, this one has a pretty cool look on it. It is the hawk. In Japan, some of you might know that baseball is a big thing. So yes, the logo, the mascot of the Hawks, SoftBank Hawks, is this guy, and they sponsorize that kind of udon. Was it really worth talking about it for so long? I don't know. Now we've got the same thing with, here it says kare. So if you like curry and noodles, definitely a good thing to have. Alright, we can go over, and some of you might know that I come from, alright, switch. Some of you might know that I come from an area which is very famous for ramen. Ramen, well, all over Japan, right? Ramens are very famous all over Japan, but in this area of Japan, we talk about tonkotsu ramen. It's pork stock kind of ramen, and we have all sorts here. So we talk about, here we have seafood, the main brand, cup noodle, very famous. Geez, if I go over all of them, guys, you're just going to get bored. But I'm gonna show you I'm gonna try to be subtle and show you what's the best. Jesus, it's been already 30 minutes. I can't believe I've been talking for that long. All right, so tomatoma, it seems like there might be a lot of shrimp in there. not worth talking about it. This is something I need to talk about. This cup noodle, guys, well, some of you might love Japan and you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is cup noodle in Japan. This is the noodles when you are coming down to Japan and you want to have some noodles. They're good, they're definitely really good, and that's the main brand you will find all around. So cup noodles from Nissin. Nissin is the main brand coming down to cup noodles. I could go over, those are the brands from the shop I am in. I don't want to go over that. Now let's go over this section. Hey, remember guys, I went to Thailand, right? I love Thailand. Thailand is a beautiful country. I wish I could live in Thailand. If I could, I'd love to. Well, they've made this amazing ramen. Look at that. Green curry. You can see a coconut thingy. Green curry, ramen. They're just beautiful. I love them. Honestly, I would have never thought that I would enjoy a ramen mixed together with green curry. But here we are, and it's awesome. It's yummy. Very famous, spicy Korean kind of ramen. And here we have a huge amount of Japanese ramen. And if you guys like ramen, you can get the pork stock ramen, the soy sauce ramen, the salt, oh my god, salt based kind of ramen. Everything's here. But in Fukuoka, yellow. If you come to Fukuoka and you wonder how it's like, and if you really want to test the ramen from Fukuoka, because ramen has amazing Fukuoka has amazing ramens, you've got to come to this area. Everything that's yellow and that looks like pretty much like this, it is the ramen you will find from Fukuoka. So if you come down here, this is what you go for if you want to take a souvenir or anything. Now, people who love, because ramen in Fukuoka are based on pork stock. Pork, some of you might not like pork stock. If you're Muslim, you hate pork, right? So you go for miso. Miso is based on beans, nothing armed, and this one is a spicy way of making them. They, oh my god, I don't want to drop them. They come from Sapporo, the north side of Japan. Oh, this area. This area is the area for Natalie. Natalie loves that kind of thing. Kids loves that kind of thing. It's called somen. It's like very nice and thin kind of noodles that you can find around Japan. And here, somen, it's all somen. They're very thin. I would say the soup is based on fish taste most of the time. It's quite okay. In all honesty, I can't eat that too much. Natalie, she would kill just to eat that every single freaking day. Me, I'm like, what is that? This is crazy. Okay, so here we can keep going. 何ですか？撮影を。撮影じゃない。私の奥様は今家にいますから。何を買う？そうです。そういうことだから。お客様がなんか買いづらい。いえじゃそれはじゃない。ごめんなさい。そう私の奥様はちょっと気分が悪いだから。そういうことだから。わかりました。ごめんなさい。すいません。じゃあすいません。はい。So I'm gonna have to keep it low because I was being a little bit too loud, and I had to explain to that guy that I was actually doing groceries for my wife. he was kind of upset and he was telling me to go out. But now I'm good. I'm doing groceries for my wife. So let's keep it going. So we've got here all the corn section. I think let's skip and go straight for what's really important, okay? So we have here the candy section, guys. Okay, candy section. Guys, I could talk for hours about this section. It's just amazing. So we've got here I don't know, it seems like people are getting a little bit upset of me being around and talking and filming at the same time. The thing is, I told this guy that I was literally doing groceries for my wife who was home and unfortunately couldn't stay and couldn't come with me to do groceries, so I have to keep low profile. So let's try to keep a low voice. I'm sorry for that, guys. But now let's go over the amazing. Probably what happens is in Japan, a lot of people, they might have complained about the fact that I'm filming. Well, it's not really a thing that's okay to film around, right? It's like, and like I was saying, some people are kind of shy. So let's keep it low, okay? So let's ask. So is it the kind of thing that you guys would eventually buy if you come to Japan? So here we've got some chocolates. In all honesty, I'm Swiss and buying that sort of chocolate, it's not my kind of thing. It's not my kind of thing. But here you have some amazing green tea chocolates. Hey guys, this is good stuff. This is the thing you want to go for. You come down here to Japan, you want to eat green tea chocolate. It's something that you will be able to find only here, and they have it in all sorts of formats. So they have it here like little mushrooms, here little almonds. I can show you all of them, but in all honesty, it's not really the Kit Kat. If you love Japan, you must have known that sort of thing, right? It's the Kit Kat green tea, the kind of thing that you will find in Japan for sure. It is the thing, but they have some special ones. Oh, well, let me try. Hoji. Ooh, Oji cha. I don't know. It seems like it's tea based. I really don't know what that could be. We have black chocolate, we have some other. Sometimes they make crazy tastes. At the moment they don't have those, so I can't go over that. They have the amazing chocolate section, cookies and everything. I think in most countries you guys know what cookies are. I need to skip. I can't go too long. Why? Well, because I've skipped like a couple of minutes, but I'm expecting them to come back and kick me out very soon. I'm not stressed, but I just want to show you the best that I can out of this spot. So, Pocky. Here we are, Pocky. $1.40. Pretty decent, pretty yummy, I have to admit. And it's, in Switzerland we call them domino, come from the game domino. You know, you put them stand together and then after that you try to pull one after another. So Pocky, you can find them in the green tea version. Green tea chocolate is so good, guys. If you come down here, green tea is the way to go. Strawberry chocolate. We have pizza. What do we have here? Oh, sweet potato, potato taste, sarada. When they say sarada, it's usually like tuna taste, like more like a, you know, like mayonnaise and that sort of taste. I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully, I'm sorry if I get kicked out of the the store. I did my best. I just told them what I could to keep going. Usually what happens is people in Japan, in that sort of store, they don't really care about me filming, but there might have been some clients saying, why is this guy filming? And then some, because of that, they have to react. So it's not because of the employees or the store in itself, because by the way, Sunny, for those of you who are from the States, it's Walmart. It's an under brand of Walmart. So candies, all sorts of candies. I'm not gonna show them all. In all honesty, I don't think there's much to see. Again, they have green tea, they have peanuts, they have all sorts of tastes that are quite good, but not worth to go over. Now, this is crazy. It's called edamame. Edamame is so good in Japan, and it's like some little fries, sort of potato fries, tasting that edamame. It's like peas kind of thing, and it's just so good. It is very good. I really about that. Okay, now we are in the potato chips section. The potato chips section. Okay, I think I'm okay. I can keep going because now they think that I'm doing groceries for my poor wife who's home and needs to take care of herself because she's not feeling good. I'm feeling kind of uncomfortable. It's hard to keep filming, but I need to keep going. All right, so we have the pizza, salt, umeboshi. For those of you who like umeboshi, keeps going. Some more umeboshi, all the spicy. So that's the spicy section. I was talking about the kimchi. Kimchi is quite spicy, right? It's cabbage. Japanese, not Japanese, but it's kimchi is from basically from Korea, and Japan has taken that over. It is a big thing in Japan. People are eating kimchi. Some more pickle, some more snacks. Here we go. We got this. Is amazing. I forgot about the name of that snack. And honestly, if you guys ask me what it is made of, I wish I could tell you because it's not easy. But it is crazy. It's good. If you come down to Japan, you have to have that. And they have the same thing with wasabi. Of course, the wasabi taste for lots of things that are kind of salty, spicy and everything. That's a taste they add to those kinds of snacks. Umeboshi again, and then we go down to curry, which in all honesty, I don't know if I want some snacks that tastes curry. I can go more edamame, corn, shrimp. Oh my god, so much more, so many more. Let's go for the essential, the things that, like here we've got some coffee. My god, in Japan it's nothing really interesting. If you come to Japan for coffee, just don't come to Japan. Up. Here we might have some sweets. That's not the best. This one, very good. Ika, which means literally the how do you call squid, very famous kind of snacks that you can have. And in all honesty, guys, if you love drinking beers, oh my god, it's really good. It's really good shit. Oh, sorry, I said shit. Meat section, nothing really interesting. We have to keep going. We have on the side here all the cornflakes and stuff. Nothing really amazing. Now I'm gonna go to this section, which is a little bit more interesting. It's the tea section. So lots of you might be addicted to sugar, following what Yoko says. So in Switzerland, the kind of tea we have is always sugary. We have a strong taste of sugar. They add sugar a lot. In Japan, if you have your first tea, you're like waiting, expecting for it so bad. They have no sugar. So most of the time when you have tea in Japan, there is no sugar. If I could find, so in this whole section, guys, I can tell you right now, no sugar. Unfortunately, I can show you one that has sugar. I know some that have sugar, but it's not here. So as you can see, Japanese tea is pretty much without sugar. We have juice, all sort of things. I can show you the calpis. Calpis is so weird, guys. I don't know. It's a thing for kids. In all honesty, I don't really like it. It's sweet and it has some sort of soda taste, but it's just I don't like it at all. It's just not good at all. Really, I don't like it. So let's keep going. Nothing really much more than what you guys are used to. So now that's okay. Well, I don't want to sound like an alcoholic, so how can I turn that in a good way? We've got here the section of happoshu, beer, highball, all the sorts of alcohol you will be able to find in Japan. For those of you who have not watched my previous live streams, happoshu, so you have a difference between happoshu and actual beer. So beer has a certain percentage of malt in it, more than 60%. Pretty much anything below 60% of malt in Japan is called happoshu and is basically almost half the price. So you barely pay anything. Here you can see you have all these sorts of things, so I can show you right here. So here we have correct and right beer. Here, perfect example. I'll film the other way around because otherwise, okay. So $6 for a 6-pack, which is pretty alright. It is for happoshu. But now if I'm going to normal beer, so let's go to normal beer. Here, Sapporo, famous brand in Japan, we are almost at $11. And yes, it's almost double the price. In Japan, it is very expensive when you want to have normal beer. Now I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so we have all sorts of happoshu. Usually they separate them. So on the left side here, it's all happoshu, and from this side here, it's all normal actual beer. Now we are going to the section that's more like chuhai. Chuhai is like cocktails, kind of cans, beers. Beers, no, it's not beers, but it's kind of cocktails. So here, lemon and I don't know, lemony kind of alcohol with some sort of soda. Here we have the whiskey. We've got some more whiskey here. We've got some more whiskey. So basically, I'm here down to the whole whiskey section when it comes to all the people are staring at me pretty badly. In Japan, I'm telling you guys, holding a camera like this, you might not think about it, but it is me. I just don't give a F about all of this, but people are still staring at me. All right, let's get back on it. So this is kind of soda, what is it? Whiskey cola. We've got some sort of grape kind of, and hey guys, it's all 9, okay? The strength is all 9, which is really strong when it comes to alcohol. You have 2-3 cans like that, like I said before, and you're dead. In all honesty, you're not feeling the perfect way. Here we have some alcohols that are a little bit more, sadly, and I don't want to be sexist or anything, but that area here is more between 3 and 4, and it is more for women. In Japan, women are going for things that are less strong. We're going back here for things that are around 9, which is quite quite strong. I can talk a lot about Japanese alcohol here. They love everything that's lemon based, and in all honesty, this is not all about that sort of drinks. You go to some sections where basically any fruit that you would think of, they have a drink related to it. I was talking to you guys about, I'm gonna show you guys if I can really quickly. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my, I want to show it to you guys so bad. I just saw it just before. It is not here. If I can show you, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. So here, okay, just show this one, kiwi based, some peach, prune. Well, I saw it when I came, and I can't find the drink I want to show you guys. It's probably the most special Japanese drink that we can find around here, and unfortunately I can't get my hand on it. Where did it go? Because I saw it when I was going around. They have all sorts of wines. Honestly, I'm not gonna talk about the wine because wine is famous all around the world, and I think it's nothing really special to talk about the wine. For some of you who don't know, in Japan, whiskey is one of the best whiskey you can find in the world. They won the first prize how many times in a row? 2 or 3 times? It's crazy. If you want to have a good whiskey, Japan has amazing whiskey. We're here in a section, in that sort of shop, they might not sell the best whiskey, but still they sell, I think the whiskey that I was talking about is called Yamakasi. Yamakasi, where's Yamakasi? Do they have some? I have to admit, guys, it's not the kind of whiskey I go for. I'm not that rich. We talk about $50, $60, $70 one bottle on most of most of the time, and it is nothing that I can afford. All right, I was talking about the whiskey. I'm gonna switch because I don't think they have that sort of whiskey here. I'm gonna talk more now about that sort of alcohol, which is literally the sake. As you can see, in Japan, a lot of places you can find sake in bottles like that. So in my country, that kind of bottles is considered the kind of bottles, the kind of drink that it's sad to say, it's maybe a little too how to say, it's like generalizing. It's more like for alcoholics, if I can say. So in Japan, no, apparently it is not. But now again, most of the Oto-san, Obo-san, all the grandparents, they will go for that sort because they are cheaper. Now you can go for glass bottles. All the sake here in glass bottles are a little bit more expensive. Why? Because they are bottled in glass. We have some more. You can find, in all honesty, I will not be the best person to talk to you guys about sake because I don't drink enough sake. It is hard to find good sake in Japan. Now I'm going to show you one thing, the one sake that I like, the one that I could eventually drink and I would eventually enjoy drinking when I come here in Japan, is this one. Oop. Shiro, that literally stands for white. Shiro, as you can see, the white is the bottle is white. So I like this kind of sake. Why? Because it doesn't burn me when I drink it, and I really enjoy drinking it. Lots of pistachios, lots of little peanuts and choco, lots of little sweets, guys. If I was going over all of that, you would just get bored, and probably I will find all of you in the end sleeping on your desk or wherever you are. So it is not the goal of this video. Now, I don't know about some of you, when you drink coffee. Personally, I'm half Italian, so I like the coffee that comes from a good coffee machine. Okay, I don't like to be too much, but I like good coffee. In Japan, coffee, that's what coffee is. It's not a good thing to say because they have actually amazing cafe where you can buy amazing coffee, okay? But in all honesty, that's what you will find in most of the places, is that kind of cheap version of coffee. It's a plastic bottle filled up with coffee and people drink it. They put it in the fridge and that's how they drink it. I personally don't like it that way. I like my hot coffee with a Italian bialetti in the morning. It's the way I drink my coffee, but some people in Japan like it that way, or they just go with it, which is interesting, but it's not the way I'm going for it. How is it like in your country? Because I'm really wondering. I've seen that only in Japan. In Switzerland, we don't even have plastic bottles with coffee in it, so no clue. I just don't know. Eggs, meat, let's not talk about that. Everything that's frozen, nothing really interesting when it comes to fruits. Now, a thing that might be interesting for some of you is this section. So this section in Japan is, well, I like to call it like in a way like the second-hand section. It's not second-hand, but here we go. So we've got the actual price. Usually they give you the actual price. They give you how much you save, right, on it. So actual price 68 yen, you save 10 yen and it's 58 yen. But you have 8% tax on it, so it gets back almost to the same thing. So in Japan they have those sorts of section. It's very small, but in most of the shops they have that sort of section, which is like here we have some, what is it? I think it's natto. We have some natto, we have some milk, we have pretty much all sorts of things. We have some gyoza and much more. And those things are just basically about to go over the due date. This is a thing that we don't have in Switzerland. In Switzerland, when it goes over the due date, usually people put it in the front side of the storage, right? So that people just buy it straight away, and then when it goes off, they just remove it from the storage and I guess through it. Or it's sad because lots of people could enjoy they could enjoy that sort of thing for a while. In Japan, they have like a section just for it where they put all the things that are about to go off, which I think, in my opinion, is pretty damn cool. That big plus. I was talking just before, I don't want to talk too much about the frozen area, but I was talking about the udon. Some of you might know udon. It's like kind of a very thick noodle. You can buy them frozen and it's so good. You put them in a hot, like kind of, it's like kind of a special soup that you buy here. Awesome. I'm not teaching you how to cook. I wish I could do all of that in one video. I'm trying to show you guys the small shop that's right next to me, next to where I live. So this is the goal of this video. But again, if you guys enjoy what I'm doing at the moment, I might end up making more videos like that in some other shops. Again, in this shop pretty much is local, so I didn't get kicked out so far. I was about to, but I've tricked them in a way to just stay. In some other place they might just kick me out because filming is not a thing that's like quite okay in Japan. Meat area, guys, I'm getting close to the end of, no, I'm not gonna say it's the end of the video. I'm gonna keep going for a bit, but I'm slowly getting to the end of what I can show in this shop. We have like a sausage area with meat. I could say you millions of things about all of these meats. In Japan, like they have a thing for sausages, like this little Wiener sausage. It's a thing, like everybody has them when it comes to bento. Some of you might know what bento is, so they always put like one little tiny sausage in it. Or when you do a barbecue, like some people like to add it on top of the barbecue. And of course we have ham and that sort of thing, which I don't think is very good to talk about, because in the end, do we need to know more about that? In all honesty, if you want to eat ham, just stay in your country, because ham is good only in your country, not in Japan. Wherever you come from, ham in Japan is not the best. All right, can talk in general about this place, this area, which is pretty all right. Now at the moment it's kind of empty, so we have this area here and here all along. And you know what, guys, this is about bento. So Japan, of course, the culture of bento is a big thing. For those of you who wonder what bento is, it's basically lunchbox. So in Japan they have a whole culture behind it, like making a little lunch behind, you know, something. It is called bento, and in Japan, in most of the stores, you have a section like this, which at the moment is empty, but if you come around 11, it's full, because of course everybody is coming out of work, they just want to relax, they just want to eat something, they might have like a 30 minutes break or something, so they just want to be able to eat something and feel a little better and get back to work, right? So this is the reason why we have these huge bento sections. On average, for $5, you will be fine. You will be able to eat something pretty decent, pretty good, and 100% Japanese. Hey, I have to show you guys that. I've never been a big fan of jelly. Okay, I'll show you. So that's mikan in Japanese, which is literally mandarin. We've got here budo in Japanese, which is literally grape. In English, we've got peach, which is peach. Momo in Japanese, sorry. And what do we have else? Oh, it's a mix of mikan and I forgot the name. Nabotofu. It's like a special kind of sweet they add. It's whitish like this, and it's quite good. It tastes like something I can't describe, unfortunately, but it's really, really good. As you can see, they cost only 90 yen, which is 90 cents on average per little thing. I used to not be into it. And I love it now. I have to admit, it's just so good. It's refreshing. If you put them in the fridge, it's just great. It's like not really like pudding. They call them jelly, but Jesus, it's so freaking good. That's the thing in summer. I love to have when I'm a bit thirsty or something. It's not like anything that you can drink, but it's really good. Let's keep going. So need to put the camera down because I feel like some people feel a little bit bothered. Again, I don't want to offend anybody around here. Bread area in Japan. Okay, so that's a thing. For someone that's from Europe, it's very interesting because when you come to the bread section, everybody has margarine in it. They put margarine in every sort of bread that you would ever find, and it's, in all honesty, me, the taste of margarine is something that really repulses me. I don't like the freaking taste of margarine. So it is empty at the moment because it's pretty much full when it comes down to, I would say, any time during the day. At the moment it's 10 p.m. in Japan, so actually most of the workers are leaving their space, their counter, to go and pack and refill all of the storage. It's a bit of the thing, and it makes you feel kind of bad because when you want to order or pay for something, basically you have to call them. Like there's an automatic system, like an alarm that calls them, and they have to run, and sometimes they're in the middle of something and you just feel bad because you have to cut them and to stop them in the middle of their work. So it's not very nice. Now getting back to the bread real quick, in Japan they have pretty decent bread. Is it okay price wise? It's definitely a little bit more expensive, if I can say. It is okay. The problem I have is the margarine, too much margarine in most of them, and I hate the taste of margarine. So some of you might know what I'm talking about, some of you might not, because I didn't know what the taste of margarine in a bread was before coming to Japan. So, well, you need to try one time and you will know what I'm talking about. All sorts of juice. No need to talk about all of that. I think I'm gonna keep going now, walking. Some more beers, of course, at the end, like in every stores, they always advertise for beers. Ow! I didn't go over the drink section. So here we have all the teas that I was telling you that were kind of unsweetened, if I can say, and they have like those sorts of drinks in Japan that are like it's kind of sweet, but it's supposed to be with vitamin inside, supposed to to be good for your health, and in all honesty I doubt it because it's full of preservatives and all that sort of thing. So I'm not saying that I'm never drinking it, but it's definitely not the things that I'm going for. Now, if we talk about Pocari Sweat. So some of you might know what Pocari Sweat is. Pocari Sweat in Japan is a big thing. It's definitely a big thing. Pocari Sweat is the kind of thing that you have when you're sick, and it's up to the point that when you end up going to the doctor because you're not feeling well and you need to hydrate yourself, well, the doctor is literally giving you the advice to drink Pocari Sweat. Why? Because it's like some sort of hydrolyte drink. If you come from anywhere else around the world other than Switzerland, you might find that weird, because in Switzerland we don't have any recommended drink when it comes to that sort of thing. We have like some sort of sport drinks that people might say, well, you should go for that, it's kind of good, but it's not like in Japan. In Japan it's like Pocari Sweat. You go, you're sick, you have fever, anything, the doctor is like, about 1 liter of Pocari Sweat a day, which first time impressed me, and I was like, well, I did not expect anything like that. All right, I'm gonna go for the last 2 sections and I'm gonna leave you there, guys, because Jesus, it's been already more than an hour. As usual, I talk a lot, and I'm getting towards the end of this thing. I'm not gonna talk about the whole section of cleaners and stuff. I'm just gonna end with one of not my favorite section, but a very important section in Japan, and it's basically the nori section. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the video. As you can see, we have some nori. Nori, for some of you, is basically what you use to make the sushi. As you can see, we have a pretty decent price here, like almost $6 for how many? 100 noris. It's not cheap, but in Japan it's a delicatessen almost. When you come to have a good nori, good seaweeds, good seaweeds, if I can say, you want to spend a certain amount, and it's maybe overseas you might think twice now after what I'm going to say, because sometimes of course in Switzerland when you go for that sort of thing you're like, it's a bit expensive, right? I do think so too. I do think that sometimes it is a bit expensive, but in the end, in Japan too. In Japan is the country of nori. It's the country of seaweeds, right? So it is expensive too. Why? Because it is a delicatessen. When you have that sort of nori with rice, you enjoy it. They don't eat it only in sushi, they eat it also with other things. They enjoy it. They enjoy it. They enjoy good quality noris. Put it that way. This one, for example, I can show you. It's all nice and sliced. Is to be put in soups. You have so many swords. Not want to talk too much about. I'm gonna talk about the last part of this place. No, two more parts. Let's go for two more. This one, which is, yes, you got it. It's the rice section. Okay, rice in Japan as well. For some of you who are like, I want to make some sushi back in my country because I think it is it is yummy, it is something I want to cook, and you're like, Jesus, but it's so expensive. Well, in Japan it's not cheap either. On average, for 5 kilos of rice, you can pretty much count about $15 to $20 on average. So it is nothing really cheap already in the country. So if you buy it, I don't know, for $30 in your country or $40, don't be surprised. It's just the import cost of all of it, because in general it is expensive. Personally, when I choose and I want to get some rice in Japan, I get the one from where I am. I like to support it. Maybe my Swiss way, and also Yoko is like that. We're trying to support what comes from the island where we're living, Kyushu, close to Fukuoka, because we prefer that sort of rice. And be careful, some rice might be from Fukushima. Some people might say Fukushima is okay, it's okay. Some people might not want to give it a try. Some people might just say it is wrong. I'm not any of these. I just go for what come from where I am. Now, last section, and after that I'm gonna leave you guys. It's amazing. 9 of you. Wow, it's been more than an hour. I can't believe you guys have been here for that long. Was about to get kicked out if some of you just arrived in between. Look at it, it was pretty cool. So this area, which is the area for furikake. Furikake in Japan is, well, they have a big culture behind rice, which is right here. So we've got the furikake, which is like some sort of seasoning you put on rice balls. Rice balls are called onigiri in the end, and all these packs are different tastes to put some seasoning on your rice. So if you come down to Japan, it doesn't, honestly, put that in your bag. It doesn't weigh anything. If you have some extra space, it doesn't cost anything. It's like, we talk about $2 for this one, 188, but some of them are even $1. It's very cheap, and honestly, it makes rice really tasty and yummy and enjoyable to eat. All right, so I think we're getting towards the end of this live. I can't believe I've been talking for the past hour and 15 minutes. It was enjoyable. I think I'm gonna do some more live stream like this if you guys enjoy it. If you guys do enjoy it, please leave a like. Please comment, tell me what you thought, what I should change, where I should go, what I should do, what I should talk about. I'm happy to always hear advices from all of you, and I really appreciate any time having you around me, and thank you for following me today in this adventure in a supermarket. So love you all, And I'll see you very soon for my next video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.